Okay, John, well, your box has arrived, so I'm going to get you opened up and have a look at your watch. Oh, got a new band here. Good. Ah, very cool. Okay, let's zoom down a little bit here. Have a closer look at what you've sent. Very nice. Very nice original. Your original 6309. Okay. So let's see here. This is on this very well used band. So this is an original Seiko band. It's clearly got a crack. And I think you've made the right choice getting a new Uncle Seiko, which is good. Okay, so this is a 1982. So April 82, 6309, 7049. This is should have long text on the bottom, which it does, but it's an interesting one because it's the Movement Japan Cased Hong Kong, which is a sort of in between the Sua and the full Daini transition, or the Hong Kong transition, and some of them have a longer text, where the Singapore, I guess, and this is not a Japanese. It doesn't say Japan on the back, but it does say Movement Japan Cased Hong Kong, which is really cool. So it's a sort of the in-between. They had a couple different styles of text for the dial. Okay, so that's great. Condition. You've got a very stiff, unturnable bezel, but that's all right. We'll get that straightened out too. Your click ball is still there, so that's nice to see. Let's check how your crown turns. Make sure we've got some threads. Yeah, we do. That's good. Okay, so that pops out. Definitely a crown rebuild in your future. But the threads look good. Case is in great shape. You got your wear marks, of course, from it being worn. I know this was a watch that you wore in the service. Very nice. Okay, so let's just have some close looks at everything here so we know where we're starting. All right, so I think you're in the market for a crystal. I believe you wanted to replace it. I'll look back through our correspondence to make sure that that's exactly what you want to do. This is in great shape in terms of the lume. You got a little bit of gray lume. It's darker, but it's still very clean. It hasn't gone to the full black, sort of rot that these lume plots can get. Your bezel's in good shape. It's got wear, but no real large marks or issues. Alignment's good. I do want to check how it's running, so that may make for a little bit of extra. We gotta perhaps put it on the machine to get that off. But let's go ahead and just finish up with all the cosmetics. I think generally it's a very clean, very good watch. Yeah, it looks really good. So let me get the case back off and we'll have a close look. Okay, John. Well, let's get it open. I haven't taken the case back off. I want to do this together. So, all right. Well, there we go. Of course, no service marks. You said this watch has not received a service, which is all right. So we're running. That's always a good sign. It's a good place to start. It looks very dry in here. It has not been wet, which is a great sign. Of course, your seals are all very flat and need to be replaced. I like to see these watches that have not received service, because you can see, for example, you've got a little bit of actual damage here into the brass. I wonder if that's somehow factory. I don't know if these were machined assembled. Oh, that's actually very loose. Wow, that's weird. Oh my, I think that screw has now, oh my goodness, that screw head is broken. No way. Look at that. What is going on here? Huh? What has happened here? That's so interesting. Is that screw even correct? Yeah, I think it's the right one, but my goodness, what in the world has happened? The threads have come off of that screw. The screw itself is intact, but let me find another screw here that we can put in. This is weird. I've not seen this before. Right, here's an appropriate screw. Let's see if I can find a good one here. One that's camera ready. Okay, let's see if we can actually, the part that's part of this that is the other side of that screw. Oh, that is wild. What in the world kind of screw is that? That's bizarre. That does not look correct. That is a mystery. All right, well, we have a correct screw in there now. I wonder if this watch was opened at one. I just don't know. So interesting to me. Okay, well, we've got some power in the watch. Let's go ahead and just take a look at the performance as we're starting off. All right, we're going to put this on the time grapher and be right back. Okay, John. So here are the numbers on the watch. It's clean. The signal's clean enough. It's not a big scattered snowy mess, which is good. You see two distinct sets of points that normally, if this was not 1.1 milliseconds, they would be together as one line. But you've got beat error. These are adjustments. This number here, the rate, that's how much you're gaining or losing per day in terms of time. It's about 30 seconds a day. Your beat error is a measure of how off tick and tock are. So they're just sort of, you get a little bit longer on the tock than the tick, or tick versus tock, it doesn't really matter. But that tells you how far out of beat you're sitting. But what I'm really looking for in a signal is cleanliness. It's this line, even though you're out of adjustment, it's the quality of that signal. And it's good. That means your hairspring and your balance staff are in good shape and your balance isn't bent badly. Now, the amplitude is a measure of the performance of the watch. This is essentially telling us how well the travel of energy or power is being taken from the mainspring and put through the train of wheels and making it to the balance. Now, you've got some fairly large variations in the rates, and that's just a watch that's not been serviced and needs a service. So that's okay. I'm not too worried about these numbers. Overall, I think it's a great watch. I am really perplexed by the mystery of that screw. That really kind of makes me scratch my head. But we'll come back to the bench and talk about it some more. Okay, John. Well, we are ready to start getting this back up to full health and giving it some longevity with the replacement of the barrel arbor ports with jewels. I'm going to just go back into the watch one more time. We're going to take a quick look at the movement of your barrel arbor ports. Yeah, it's pretty floppy. Oh yeah, that's got some serious movement. So, mystery. Some damage and a screw that is clearly not the right one for this job. I don't know what happened here. I don't know if perhaps somebody... I mean, you can even see that the screw head is not the same size. Boy, that's weird. Anyway, I'm not going to go into too much about that other than to say we'll get it absolutely perfect. It's running, you know, pretty well for a watch that's never been serviced, or at least never really been serviced. That's a mystery. All right, well, John, I'll get you this video. We'll start progressing towards getting the service completed, and I'll be in touch. All right, thanks for watching.